All right, let's dive into these Market Wizard books, 3 of them. You really want to uncover the wisdom these legendary traders all agree on, huh?
Yeah, what's so fascinating is we're searching for those core principles, the bedrock of trading success that works no matter what your style is, no matter the market trends.
Okay, so no secret formula. I get that. But these books cover decades of trading experience, different markets, but some advice never gets old. It's like they figured out how human psychology works in the market.
Exactly. That's why this deep dive is so important. It's not about quick tricks, but those timeless pieces of wisdom that can guide you on your whole trading journey.
And speaking of timeless wisdom, one thing jumps out from every single one of these wizards. Risk management, they all talk about it.
It's not just about avoiding those big losses, it's about being able to stay in the game long enough so that when you have those winning trades, they really make a difference.
Like running a marathon, not a sprint. You got to pace yourself, save energy, so you can cross that finish line.
That's it. Think about Tony Saliba. He almost lost everything early in his career,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
but he managed to recover. How? By focusing on those smaller, consistent wins and only going for the huge wins when the opportunity was screaming at him. It was so obvious.
And what about that story of Eckhart's bet with Dennis? Could trading actually be taught? That was the bet, right? They ended up training those new traders, the turtles, in a trend-following system. But the core of it was risk management. That's how those beginners got incredible returns. Proof that with the right risk management, you can be a beginner and still find success.
Exactly. And then a bunch of these wizards, they stress stop-loss orders, like a safety net, deciding how much you're willing to lose before emotions take over.
So you're not making panic decisions in the middle of everything going wrong. Takes out the guesswork of when to cut your losses.
It's powerful, that kind of pre-commitment. Especially for new traders, they're still trying to figure out how to deal with all those emotions.
And, it's amazing how much these traders, these top performers, they talk about psychology, trading psychology. It's like they're saying it's not just numbers, it's about being in control of your own mind.
That brings up such a big question. How do you keep your emotions, your hopes and fears separate from your trading decisions? Because the market doesn't care about any of that.
Right. It's like they're all saying, forget about predicting the future, focus on what the market is doing right now.
One of them compared it to, get this, a bomb disposal expert. He said, you record your first impression and hope it is not your last. It's about being ready to change your plans when things go wrong.
Okay, that's a pretty intense comparison. But I get it. Stay flexible and be ready to change course when the market does something unexpected.
Yeah. Many of these wizards talked about sector analysis too. It's about finding groups of stocks that kind of move together, right? They have similar things driving them, and you capitalize on the trends within those sectors, like becoming a specialist in medicine. You understand the nuances, you see opportunities better.
Instead of trying to be a master of everything, become the expert in a small area. That makes a lot of sense.
Right. And it lets you really focus your energy and research where you're most likely to find those good trades.
Another thing they all seem to agree on is don't get sucked into the news trying to guess how the market will react.
Yeah.
It's more about watching how prices are actually moving and responding to that.
Yeah, they all dismiss those hot tips or insider info. They're saying what actually matters is what the market is doing, not what people are saying about it.
Tuning out all that noise and finding the real signal.
Right. There was even one trader who described the strategy of buying stocks after a negative earnings report.
Wait, hold on. Buy after bad news comes out? Isn't that the opposite of what you're supposed to do?
That's the thing with these wizards. They see opportunity where others see total disaster. But there's a method to the madness. This guy specifically looked for stocks that were already priced really low, where lots of people were already betting against it.
So he was looking for situations where all the negativity was already built into the price and any good news could make the price shoot up.
Exactly. And it worked for him. He found those hidden gems because he wasn't distracted by all those scary headlines.
This goes back to understanding market psychology, right? Sometimes the crowd gets it wrong, and that's where the opportunities are.
Absolutely. Another thing that kept coming up was position sizing. It's not just picking the right trades, it's about how much you risk on each trade so that you can actually profit when you're right.
So position sizing, that's how much you invest in a specific trade, right?
Right.
It's about finding that balance between getting the most out of potential wins, but also minimizing your potential losses.
Exactly. One trader said he'd rather miss out on a trade that could have made money than risk too much on a single position. He knew staying in the game longer was more important than trying to make a huge profit all at once.
It's that consistency, playing the long game, not being greedy, and risking everything on one risky bet.
Precisely. It's about growing your account slowly and steadily, not trying to get rich quick.
So it's the tortoise and the hare, huh? Slow and steady wins the race.
Such a great analogy. Because trading is like that. It's not about how fast you can make money, but how long you can keep playing the game.
And that brings us right back to risk management, which seems like the foundation of everything these successful traders talk about.
Absolutely. It's the bedrock. Without it, you're just gambling, hoping for the best, and the odds are totally against you.
Another thing they all seem to say is find your own WN trading style. There isn't a one-size-fits-all approach to the market, right? What works for one person might be terrible for another.
Yeah, it's like trying to force a square peg into a round hole. You got to find a method that matches your personality, how much risk you can handle, your big picture goals.
So if someone is naturally impulsive, trying to do a super patient long-term strategy, that's probably not going to end well, huh?
Nope. One of the traders said he tried every single system out there before finding the one that clicked for him. It took a long time, lots of frustration, but he finally found his edge. And once he did, he stuck with it. He didn't chase every new trend or shiny object.
That kind of discipline is impressive, especially when there's always something new and exciting happening in the market, pulling you in different directions.
Discipline and consistency are key. Sticking to your plan, even when it's hard, because trust me, there will be times when you doubt everything.
Oh yeah, there will be losing streaks, you'll want to give up, question everything. It's like those martial artists, always trying to get better, even when they're already at the top of their game.
What a perfect analogy. Because trading is like that. You never truly arrive. There's always something new to learn, another level to reach.
And that comes back to learning, always learning, right? The market is changing, and you have to change with it.
Absolutely. The market is always teaching you new lessons, and the best traders, they're always willing to be students.
Another thing that really struck me was how much they talked about emotional discipline. Trading is a wild ride, and if you let your emotions drive, you're going to crash.
The markets, they're designed to prey on our weaknesses. Fear, greed, hope, despair. All those emotions, they mess with your thinking and make you do things you'll regret later.
Like driving way too fast.
Yeah.
You know, if you lose control of the wheel even for a second, it could be disastrous.
Exactly. And one of the best ways to keep those emotions in check. Have a trading plan, a set of rules you follow no matter what.
Like guardrails on a winding road. They keep you from going over the edge when you're tempted to take a shortcut.
Exactly. A plan forces you to think about the market without all the emotions, to make decisions based on logic, not your gut feeling.
But having a plan isn't enough, right?
Yeah.
You need that mental strength to actually follow it when every instinct is screaming at you to do something different.
Oh, the market will test you. There will be times when you doubt yourself, want to give up.
Those are the moments when you find out what you're really made of.
Exactly. It's about digging deep, remembering why you started trading in the first place, and trusting the process.
Because the rewards of trading can be huge, but they're only for those who put in the work, build that discipline, and stay the course when things get rough.
It's that marathon, not a sprint. And only those who are ready to go the distance will actually reach the finish line.
One of the things that surprised me was how much these wizards talked about visualization. One said he'd imagined himself making winning trades, feeling the confidence of a win, and doing that every day.
You know, there's actually a lot of science behind visualization, right? Athletes do it all the time to improve their performance.
It sounds a little out there at first, but if you can see yourself succeeding, you're more likely to believe it's actually possible.
Exactly. It's not just wishful thinking. It's about training your mind for success, making your thoughts and actions line up with your goals.
And a big theme in these books is that your mindset is everything. One trader talked about knowing yourself, your strengths and weaknesses, being self-aware.
He said, the market is like a mirror. It shows you your own internal state. If you're scared, the market will use that fear against you.
If you're greedy, it'll tempt you with promises of easy money. It's like the market knows how to take our flaws and turn them against us.
Absolutely. But the good news is that if you know yourself, if you understand your own tendencies, you can use that to make better decisions. You can come up with ways to deal with your weaknesses and really use your strengths to your advantage.
So being self-aware helps you master yourself. You learn to control your emotions, stay disciplined, and make choices based on logic, not on impulse.
Exactly. And that's the key to being a consistently profitable trader. Mastering yourself, conquering those inner demons, and becoming the best version of yourself as a trader.
Because in trading, just like in life, the biggest battle is the one going on inside you.
And only those who can win that internal battle can really control their own destiny in the market.
Speaking of controlling your destiny, one trader talked about intuition, that feeling you get about a trade, even if you can't explain it logically.
It's important to be clear, this isn't about magic or anything like that. It's about recognizing patterns. When you've been trading for a long time, you start to see things that others miss.
Like you learn the market's rhythm, its ups and downs, right? Like learning to read between the lines in a conversation. You pick up on the market's unspoken language.
Exactly. You start to trust your gut feeling even when it goes against what everyone else is saying. But intuition should never replace doing your analysis.
So you're not saying throw out all your charts and indicators and just go with your gut, right?
Right. Intuition adds to your analysis. It doesn't replace it. You still have to do your research, understand the basics, and study those charts.
It's about mixing the art and the science of trading, finding that balance between logic and gut feeling.
Precisely. And when you combine good analysis with that well-developed intuition, you can become a truly powerful trader.
Another interesting point they all seem to agree on. Trading is not a zero-sum game.
That's a big misconception. People think that for one person to win, someone else has to lose. But the market isn't like that. It's huge, complex, and there's enough opportunity for everyone to profit.
It's not about taking money from other people. It's about finding your own niche, your edge, and using it to your advantage. And it's also about working together, sharing ideas, learning from each other's experiences.
Because when everyone's knowledge and understanding of the market goes up, everyone benefits. The tide raises all boats. That's why having a community of traders who think alike is so valuable.
Supporting each other, challenging each other, growing together. Because trading can be lonely, especially when you're just starting out. But having a group of people who get what you're going through, who share your wins and losses, it makes the journey much more rewarding.
It's like climbing a mountain. It's so much easier when you have a team helping you along the way. And one of the most important things that team can do is encourage you to keep learning.
And that brings us back to continuous learning, right? Always learning, always evolving. The market is changing. And if you want to stay ahead, you got to keep expanding your knowledge, improving your skills.
It's like being a doctor. You never stop going to the conferences, reading medical journals, keeping up with all the latest advancements. If you don't, your patients suffer.
And in trading, if you fall behind, your portfolio suffers.
The markets don't care about your excuses or your past successes.
The only thing that matters is, can you make money?
And the only way to make money consistently in the markets is to be a lifelong learner, always looking for new information and changing your approach as needed.
Like a chameleon. You have to adapt and change to blend in with your surroundings.
Exactly. You have to be willing to let go of old ideas, embrace new ones, and constantly challenge your own assumptions. The moment you think you know it all, you start losing.
It's like what one trader said about having a beginner's mind.
Yeah.
The more he learned, the more he realized how much he didn't know.
It's humbling, for sure, but it's also freeing. You're no longer trapped by thinking you have all the answers.
It lets you approach the market with curiosity, with a sense of wonder. Each trade becomes a new chance to learn. It keeps you open to new possibilities, new strategies, new ways of thinking about everything.
Because the market never stops evolving, and if you want to stay in the game, you have to evolve with it.
Another thing that really stood out was how much they believed in themselves. Even when they had setbacks, when they doubted their own abilities, they never gave up on that dream of being successful traders.
It's like that saying, the only way to do great work is to love what you do.
If you're not passionate about trading, if you don't have that fire inside you, you won't have the energy to make it through the ups and downs. Because the market is tough. It'll test you.
It will. It'll push you to your breaking point. It'll only reward you if you're willing to pay the price.
But for those who are truly committed, the rewards are incredible.
It's not just about the money. It's about the freedom, being independent, the feeling of mastering something so difficult.
It's about pushing yourself to your limits, finding out what you're truly capable of, and living a life with purpose.
That's what makes trading so captivating. It's a journey of self-discovery, pushing your boundaries, always striving to be better. And it's a journey that anyone can take if they're willing to make that first step.
Speaking of first steps, one of the traders talked about having a mentor, someone to guide him, help him avoid the mistakes that so many others make.
Like having a Sherpa guide you up Mount Everest. A good mentor can save you years of trial and error, help you learn faster, and give you support and encouragement when you need it most.
But finding a good mentor, that's tough. It's not just about finding someone who's successful. It's about finding someone who will share their knowledge, who could explain things well, and who's a good fit for you personally.
It's almost like finding a good therapist. You have to feel comfortable with them, trust their judgment, and be open to what they have to say. And you have to be willing to do the work, follow their advice, and be accountable for your actions.
Because a mentor can only guide you. They can't trade for you. You still have to make your own decisions, take your own risks, and deal with the consequences.
But having a good mentor by your side, it makes the journey a lot smoother, the learning curve steeper, and your chances of success much higher.
And that brings us right back to one of the most fundamental pieces of advice: risk management.
Exactly. It's not just about picking the right trades, it's about protecting your capital, your money, from the losses that are bound to happen in trading. Think of it like having insurance on your car. You hope you never need to use it, but if you get into an accident, it can save you from financial ruin.
And in trading, a good risk management plan can save you from losing everything. The markets are a dangerous place, and if you're not careful, you can lose everything you've worked for.
That's why having those rules, a system you stick to no matter what, is so important. Your risk management plan should cover everything: how much you're willing to risk, how you get out of losing positions, how you manage your whole portfolio.
It should be made for you, your own personal tolerance for risk, your trading style, and what you want to achieve financially.
And write it down. That way you can look at it when you're feeling emotional or under pressure.
Because when the market's moving against you, it's easy to forget your principles and make impulsive decisions.
But a solid risk management plan, it acts like a safety net, stops you from making those big mistakes. It gives you the confidence to trade with discipline, stick to your plan, and get through those tough times that are part of trading.
Because in trading, like in life, it's not about avoiding risk altogether. It's about managing it in a smart way.
It's about finding that balance between risk and reward. And it's about protecting yourself from the unexpected. Because the only thing that's for sure in the markets is uncertainty. And that brings us to this idea of a trading edge, something these market wizards talk about a lot.
So an edge is what gives you an advantage. It's what helps you actually make money consistently, even when things are tough, right?
Exactly. It's what separates the consistently profitable traders from everyone else.
Okay, but where does that edge come from? Is there some secret formula I need to know about?
Not really a secret formula. It can come from different places. A really deep understanding of a specific market, maybe you've got a unique trading system, or even a network of people who give you valuable information.
So it's not just about the technical stuff, it's about the info and resources you can get your hands on.
Exactly. Some traders, their edge is their personality, their ability to stay calm and rational when everyone else is freaking out.
So having nerves of steel, that's an edge in itself.
Oh, it can be a huge EE advantage. One of the traders said it really well. He said, if you're doing the same thing as everyone else, you're going to get the same results as everyone else. And in trading, the average result: losing money.
So you need to find a way to stand out, to do things differently.
Yes. Think differently, challenge the usual way of doing things, and be willing to take those calculated risks that most people are too scared to take.
It takes guts to go against the crowd.
It does. But you know what? The biggest rewards are usually found where others are too afraid to go.
A lot of these wizards also talk about good old-fashioned hard work. Trading isn't like winning the lottery. You don't just get lucky.
Absolutely not. It's a profession. It requires dedication. You're constantly learning, constantly trying to improve. The most successful traders, they're the ones who are up late, studying, analyzing their trades, always looking for more information.
Always trying to sharpen that edge, make your system better, become better traders overall.
They get it. Trading success, just like anything else worth achieving, it's a journey, not a destination. It's all about getting better every single day.
One trader said something that really stuck with me. He said, you need a passion for the game. If you don't love trading, you're not going to have the energy to make it.
He's so right. Trading can be brutal, emotionally, mentally, even physically draining.
Yeah, there are times when you want to quit, when you're losing money, doubting everything you thought you knew.
But the ones who have that passion, they push through. They're driven by that desire to learn, to get better, to master the market.
It's their fuel.
Speaking of fuel, these wizards also emphasize the importance of keeping a positive mindset. The markets, they reflect how we're all feeling. So approaching them with fear and negativity, that can be self-sabotaging.
Like the law of attraction, right?
Right.
What you focus on is what you attract. If you're always worried about losing, you're probably going to lose.
But if you come to the market with confidence, optimism, you're more likely to find success. Of course, just thinking positive isn't enough. You need a good plan, a strong risk management strategy, and the discipline to execute it all.
So it's about having the right tools and knowing how to use them.
Exactly. But a positive attitude, that can be a game changer. It helps you stay focused, make good decisions when you're under pressure, and bounce back from setbacks faster.
And it makes the whole thing more enjoyable. Trading shouldn't be all stress and worry, right? If it's not fun, something's wrong.
Right. One of the traders talked about the importance of having a life outside of trading. He said trading should be part of your life, not your whole life.
Makes sense. If you're only focused on the market, you lose perspective. You can get obsessed, neglect your health, your relationships. You could end up miserable, even if you're making money.
Exactly. Having other interests, things that bring you joy, that'll actually make you a better trader. You'll be more relaxed, make better choices, and you won't let those market swings control your emotions.
Finding that harmony between your trading life and your real life.
That's it. And that leads to another thing these wizards consistently emphasize. You got to know your goals. Why are you trading? What do you actually want to achieve?
Are you trying to make a living from this, build wealth? Or are you just in it for the challenge? The why is so important.
It is. Once you know WHY you're trading, you can make a plan that helps you get there. You can choose a style that fits how much risk you can handle and how much time you can commit, and then you can measure your success in a way that really matters to you.
If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there, right?
Exactly. Another key takeaway from these books, adaptability. Markets change constantly. The traders who make it are the ones who embrace that change.
Like Darwin's theory, right? Survival of the fittest. It's not always the strongest or smartest who survive. It's those who can adapt to change.
Exactly. If you're stuck in your ways, refusing to change, you're going to get left behind. The successful traders, they're always learning, experimenting, looking for ways to get better.
They're embracing new technologies, new strategies, always adjusting their plans as the market changes.
They understand that to survive in the markets, you got to evolve. One trader talked about having a flexible mind, letting go of old ideas, challenging what you believe, and being open to new possibilities.
It's like being a student, always learning. The market never stops teaching, and the best traders never stop being students.
Right. Another super important point these wizards all talked about, having a strong support system. Trading can feel really lonely, especially when you're just starting out.
It's so important to have people you can trust, people who understand what you're going through, the challenges of trading.
Absolutely. Whether it's your family, friends, other traders, having people who believe in you, who support your goals, people who are there when things get tough, it makes all the difference.
Trading can feel like you're on a wild roller coaster. Sometimes you need someone to hold on to.
Exactly. It's about building a community, a network that can help you navigate those tough times and celebrate the wins.
And speaking of wins, another message that came through loud and clear, these wizards, they think long term.
The markets go up, they go down, that's just how it is. But if you're focused on the long game, you can handle those dips. The traders who consistently win, they don't sweat those short-term swings. They have a plan, they stick to it, and they're patient enough to let their profits grow.
Because in trading, just like with investing, time is on your side.
One trader compared it to planting a tree. You nurture it, you give it time, and eventually it bears fruit.
But if you keep digging it up to see if it's sprouted yet, you're just going to kill it. Patience is key.
Absolutely. Speaking of patience, these market wizards, they really emphasize having a strong mental game. Trading is a mental battle. You need mental toughness to win.
Because the markets are designed to exploit our weaknesses. They play on fear, greed, hope, and despair, trying to trick you into making bad decisions.
Exactly. It's like the market is this master manipulator, always pushing your buttons, trying to get you to act against your own best interests.
So how do you fight back?
You build mental resilience. You train your mind to handle the pressure, the temptation. One of the traders, he talked about having a pre-trade routine. Before he'd even enter a trade, he'd go through these mental checks, making sure he was in the right headspace.
Sounds like a ritual almost. Clearing his head, focusing his energy.
Exactly. He would check his emotions, review his plan, and visualize a successful trade. It helped him stay grounded, avoid those impulsive decisions, and trade with confidence.
Creating order out of the chaos.
Right. Another trader, He swore by positive self-talk. He would constantly remind himself of his strengths, his past wins, his ability to overcome anything.
Building himself up, reinforcing that belief in his ability to succeed.
Yes. And another trader, he found peace through meditation. Said it helped clear his mind, reduce stress, improve his focus. These are just a few examples, but these wizards, they each had their own mental tools to stay ahead.
Sounds like they each built their own mental gym, finding the routines and practices that worked best for them.
Exactly. The point is to find what works for you, build your own mental game plan, and practice it. Just like an athlete training for competition, you have to train your mind for the challenges of trading.
Another great piece of advice I picked up was about managing expectations. Trading isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. If you go in with that mindset, you're going to be disappointed.
The markets are a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, discipline, set realistic goals, focus on the process, celebrate the small wins.
Because it's the journey, not the destination.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. One trader, he would set these small, achievable goals every day. Make one good trade, learn something new. Just stay disciplined and stick to the plan.
Break down those big goals into smaller steps. Keeps you motivated, makes the whole thing less scary.
Absolutely. Another trader, he kept a journal, recorded all his trades, his thoughts, his emotions, the lessons he learned. It helped him track his progress, figure out his strengths and weaknesses, and constantly get better.
Like a diary of your trading journey, you can look back and see how far you've come and what you've learned along the way.
Exactly. And another trader, he emphasized the importance of taking breaks, stepping away from the market to clear his head, spend time with loved ones, recharge.
So it's not about being glued to the screen all day, every day. It's about taking care of yourself, avoiding burnout. It's about recognizing that you need time to recharge and refocus, that stepping away from the markets can actually make you a better trader.
Exactly. Those breaks allowed him to return to the markets with renewed energy and focus.
These market wizards are offering a valuable reminder to take care of ourselves, both physically and mentally, if we want to thrive in the trading world.
Absolutely. And another important lesson from these books is the importance of having a well-defined trading plan.
We've touched on trading plans throughout this deep dive, but it seems like it's a concept worth emphasizing.
It's the foundation of successful trading. A trading plan is your roadmap, your blueprint for navigating the markets. It should cover every aspect of your trading, from your entry and exit criteria to your risk management strategy and position sizing.
It takes the emotion out of trading, helping you make objective decisions based on a predefined strategy.
And it helps you stay disciplined, preventing you from making those impulsive trades that can quickly erode your profits.
One trader described his trading plan as his Bible. He would consult it religiously and never deviate from it, no matter how strong the temptation.
Another trader saw his trading plan as a roadmap, guiding him through the unpredictable terrain of the markets and ensuring he reached his destination.
And another trader called his trading plan his blueprint, the framework for building his trading business and making sound decisions.
These analogies highlight the importance of having that guiding document, that North Star that keeps you on track and helps you navigate the market's often turbulent waters.
It's about having that structure, that set of rules that you can rely on when the markets are testing your patience and your resolve.
And another piece of wisdom that resonated with me was the emphasis on learning from your mistakes. Mistakes are an inevitable part of trading, but it's how you handle those mistakes that determines your success.
It's what separates the consistently profitable traders from those who struggle to find their footing.
Exactly. One trader shared his practice of keeping a mistake journal. Every time he made an error, he diligently recorded it, along with the lessons learned and strategies to avoid repeating it.
It's about turning those mistakes into valuable learning opportunities, using them as stepping stones on the path to mastery.
Another trader emphasized the importance of regularly reviewing his trades, both wins and losses.
It's about taking the time to analyze your performance, understand what worked, what didn't, and how you can continuously refine your approach.
He would look for patterns, identify his strengths and weaknesses, and use that knowledge to become a more consistently profitable trader.
And another trader found immense value in seeking feedback from other traders.
He would discuss his trades, ask for opinions, and be open to suggestions, recognizing that an outside perspective could often reveal blind spots he hadn't noticed.
It's about having the humility to recognize that you don't know everything and that learning from others can accelerate your growth as a trader.
These market wizards are reminding us that mistakes are not failures. They're opportunities for growth. embrace them, learn from them, and keep moving forward.
Another key theme that emerged from these books is the importance of having a strong psychological foundation. Trading can be an emotional roller coaster, and if you let your emotions take the wheel, you're likely to crash and burn.
The markets are designed to exploit your emotional vulnerabilities. Fear, greed, hope, despair, these emotions, can cloud your judgment and lead you to make impulsive, irrational decisions.
It's like the market is playing a game of emotional chess, constantly trying to outmaneuver you.
That's why developing a strong psychological framework, a set of mental tools that will help you stay calm, focused, and disciplined, is essential.
It's about building that mental resilience, training your mind to handle the pressures and temptations of the trading world.
One trader described his approach of maintaining a positive mental attitude, approaching the markets with optimism and confidence, even when things weren't going his way.
It's about choosing to focus on the possibilities rather than dwelling on the setbacks.
And another trader found immense value in visualization, spending time each day picturing himself making successful trades, feeling the confidence and satisfaction that came with winning in the market.
It's about creating a mental picture of success, programming your subconscious mind to believe it's possible.
Exactly. And another trader shared the benefits of incorporating meditation into his routine. He said it helped to clear his mind, reduce stress, and improve his focus.
It's about finding those practices that help you cultivate a sense of inner peace and mental clarity, which can make a world of difference in your trading performance.
These market wizards are highlighting the importance of approaching your mental game with the same level of dedication and discipline that you apply to your trading strategy.
So it's not just about mastering the technical aspects of trading, it's about mastering yourself, your emotions, and your mindset.
And a final piece of advice that echoed throughout these books was the importance of enjoying the journey. Trading should be challenging and rewarding, but it shouldn't consume your life or become a constant source of stress and anxiety.
It's about finding that balance between passion and detachment, between striving for excellence and accepting the inevitable ups and downs of the market.
Exactly. If you're not finding a sense of fulfillment and enjoyment in the process, it might be time to reevaluate your approach. These market wizards have shared their wisdom, their insights, and their strategies for success.
They've shown us that trading is a journey of self-discovery, a constant process of learning, adapting, and evolving.
They've reminded us that the markets are a reflection of ourselves, challenging us to confront our fears, master our emotions, and become the best versions of ourselves.
And they've given us a glimpse into the mindset of those who have achieved extraordinary results, inspiring us to strive for excellence in our own trading journeys.
So as we conclude this deep dive into the world of market wizards, I'm left with a sense of awe and inspiration. These traders have not only mastered the markets, but they've also mastered themselves.
They've shown us that trading success is not about luck or magic formulas, but about hard work, dedication, continuous learning, and a relentless pursuit of self-improvement.
And they've left us with a powerful reminder. The greatest trades we make are often the ones we make within ourselves.
So, as you continue your own trading journey, remember the lessons of these market wizards. Embrace the challenges, learn from your mistakes, and never stop striving for excellence. And perhaps one day, you too will join the ranks of those who have conquered the markets and achieved their trading dreams.